Okay, welcome back. Last time we completed the Aquarius Temple and had our fight against Shadow Lisa. So pretty much we now have Venus as a complete persona. Pretty much because we had Venus equipped for the entire fight with Shadow Lisa, we basically got a slight upgrade to it. Now then, I'm gonna dial back just a little bit how many sweepstakes entries I get. Mostly just because I am getting close to the end of the game and I feel like the quality of them probably isn't going to quite match up. I might be totally wrong on that, but hey, let's find out. I mean, realistically, I have to win to be able to find out. Anyway, let's go and send off these once again. Thank you, Tamaki. Thanks for your help, as always. Now, today we're going to be making our way into and through the Aquarius Temple. This is one tied to Jun, so Earth is going to be a very helpful element in here. Otherwise, it's basically just the exact same dungeon as the previous ones. Well, the layout is different. The layout is different, but the enemies that I'll find within are exactly the same. And unfortunately, that will also be the case for the Leo Temple when I get there in the next episode. And Magnadine will probably just one-hit kill this, guys. Well, these guys. So you know what, I might as well just keep using Heimdall, because it's very close to maxing out. Although Akichi is super close to a level up, so I want to switch him out to, yeah, sure, let's just throw him on, Kinish Kakmo, just so he can get the agility boost. Pretty much he doesn't need it, but the agility boost would be quite nice to have. And for our last move, let's go for Freyla. Not like it makes any difference, Lisa will just kill them with the Magnadine. Because, as it turns out, yeah, having, whatchamacallit, like Venus and Hades and all of them, yeah, they are personas that are way higher level than the enemies I'm fighting in here. However, I am still going to just try to walk my way through here. Now, the real question is, where are some stairs? I feel like in the previous dungeons I would have found some stairs by now. Maybe this dungeon is a little bit flatter. Okay, we find Melchizedek. Yeah, I feel like asking Melchizedek, hey, does God exist? I feel like that's a valid question. Although, I think it's like... Now, I don't actually remember. I think Melchizedek is stated as, like, one of Gnosticism, I think? You know what, I'm gonna stop myself right there, because I do not know enough to be... speaking with any form of authority on this, so you know what, I'm just gonna stop. But hey, on the plus side, we now can form a pact with it. I can get rid of one with Gandharva. Gandharva is a demon that's like level 23. So, yeah, I feel like I probably don't need that one anymore. And where are the stairs in this place? Like, I know that I'm not very far into this dungeon, but still, I feel like in every other dungeon I would have found some stairs by now. That is that's a lot of guys. Well, that's a lot of enemies that are all going to be able to move in quick succession. So I will have Akichi switch back to Hades, and then just go for a normal attack. And then I think my best play here is to have Jun switch over to Durga, and then go for Sonic Bullet, because that'll hit all of the frontline guys and do a fair bit of damage to all of them. And Gigantic Fist should also get good damage out. The real question is, do Lisa and Maya kill the backline in 2 hits? They do indeed kill the backline in 2 hits, which makes this fight a lot less stressful for me. Basically, they just solved the problem, because I don't think these guys can use... That was a lot more damage than I thought it was going to do out with Jun. Jun just hit way harder than I thought he was going to. But yeah, since we got rid of the guys who could use Sharpshoot, I pretty much just kind of got rid of the potential issue. Now then, well... Oh, I found some stairs. Let's head on up. Okay, so what's going on around here? Also, 10 out of 10, I love how I've now started to walk more. I've started to walk more just to try to make sure that I'm, you know, getting less fights. And, no, I'm still getting a whole bunch of fights. Although, to be fair, I don't mind. I don't mind getting a whole bunch of fights, because realistically, I'm going to need to be in fights. Like, I need to fight enemies so I can get more experience, so I can level up. Because I know that eventually I'll need to reach a certain level to be able to get Jun's ultimate persona. Because, obviously, he won't just stick with Hermes. His persona will evolve into something, well, yeah, I guess it does technically evolve. He will get another persona later in the game. However, I need to, you know, kind of level up Hermes and everything and get Jun to be a little bit stronger than he currently is in order to be able to do that. And my Magnadine just obliterates those guys in one. So, wait, at least I was going to level up. I should have switched over to something else. Yeah, because her agility is continuing to just skyrocket while her other stats remain kind of mediocre. Well, I definitely didn't need to be here. That's a hole in the floor. Am I close to where I went down from? Okay, I think what I'm gonna try is is this where I need to go? No, I need to go this way, I think. I'm gonna try to find my way back to the stairs that I was just at and just kind of go the other way and see what happens. If I find another hole in the floor, I think my strategy to approach it will be... I feel like my strategy to approach that should kind of just be, like, hug the wall, I guess. Because, hey, hugging the wall is probably a good idea. So, let's go and test out this theory. Okay, so... well, we got another fight. Oh, I can just obliterate these guys. However, I do need to switch Jun back on over. Actually, I think I also need to switch Maya over to Heimdall again. And I do want to get Heimdall maxed out, because honestly, it would be quite nice to have. And then I can switch Jun back to Hermes. And now I should, in theory, be able to cast Maxi Tempest. There it is. Where is it? There it is. So they'll do a ton of damage, and then Ikichi and Lisa, yeah, sure, they can cast Heavy Rain as well. They actually go first. The Catobla Pass, gonna probably get annihilated by this unless we get hit by a status ailment, which we didn't. Very nice. Heavy Rain does decent damage. Maxi Tempest probably just kills them all. Oh wow, Ishma survived! Okay, congratulations. As a prize, you get Heavy Rain. And that just kills. Now, of course, do we see mutation? No, we do not. Okay. I don't know what level I'm gonna be by the time I roll credits in this game. I think I am probably gonna be slightly stronger than I have been in my previous playthroughs, but I don't actually know. Because after this, so I guess this is gonna be me kind of figuratively, that's the word. Pulling back the curtain to be like, okay, so I deal with this dungeon, then I have the Leo Temple. Then I think there's like one really short dungeon, and then I'm at the end of the game. Because the final dungeon, Shabalba, is quite long, I think. I'm pretty sure that one took me like 2-3 hours last time. But hey, we are making good progress through the Aquarius Temple today. So I am going to just hug the wall, I think, and see what happens. Because hey, if the game still drops me through the floor, that's totally fine. But if I'm hugging the wall, I'm probably quite safe. And I can also negotiate with Melchizedek. I can negotiate with Melchizedek by trying to persuade it, because I know from previous experience that's how I actually got, that's how I got the pact with it, so I can at least do that. And then, if I need to negotiate for judgment cards, I can do that way. Okay, so... now what do we do? Give me information. A legendary weapon is on sale at Claire de Lune. Okay, that is actually very beneficial information, thank you. Like, genuinely, Melchizedek, thank you a whole bunch. That will hopefully be useful to me. And I don't know if this is gonna kill, to be honest. I should have just switched to Durga and gone for Zeodyne. Yeah, oh, okay. Not gonna lie, Photon Cannon sounds like a move that's gonna do so much damage. It sounds like it's gonna do so much more damage than it actually seems to. Although maybe I'm just over-leveled. I am over-leveled, so, yeah. I mean, I'm not that over-leveled. Takshasa's only, like, level think Takshas is like level 45, 43. Okay, I found a door, so I must be going probably in the right direction. Okay, Kato Blupass. I don't know how... I don't know how to pronounce that. I just scared that thing with television. Okay, Jun, discuss dreams with this thing. Maybe that'll work. Will it work? No, that made it mad. Yeah, sure, why not? Did that work? No, that scared it. Say it with flowers, okay. No, that scared it. Okay, I didn't think it was gonna run that fast. Like, that thing was zooming. Like, that thing just flew. I did not think it would suddenly just get out of there that fast.
You got in my way.
Okay, so Hermes has now reached max rank, which is quite nice. Also, we got, like, no experience from that because we only kind of killed one enemy. So, we now reached a relief hall. So, what should I do here? I should probably switch to using... I have Rakam now. Okay, Jun having Rakam is actually kind of huge. I guess I'll just have Jun start to use Durga, just so I can kind of max Durga out. Because, hey... Oh. Okay, Masked Circle guys are taking out the last battalion. Credit to them, they're doing good work on that. Okay, so that is 5 of these guys. And I don't need to worry about that at all. However, that does throw a very slight issue into my plan here, okay. Lisa can just punch one of them, I guess. Ekichi can also just hit one of them, I suppose. And then I can have Maya switch on over to Genbu. I pretty much just want to cast Land Spark, but I guess I can't currently because I don't have the SP to do it. But honestly, between these two, I think we have it. And if they somehow survive, Sonic Bullet will finish them off. I don't think this is going to be a fight that lasts very long. Garudine hits... Okay, so Lisa is still weak to wind, apparently. But only took weakness damage to that once? How's that work? You know what, I'm not going to question it. Either way. Anyway, those guys got boss music, and they're gone. They got boss music, and they are gone in an instant. Okay, let's see what everyone has to say. Okay, I think I get it now. Each element rules over another one. For example, fire rules over wind, but it's subservient to water. So if we remove the fire skull, water has no underling, making it weaker, but wind has no master, making it stronger. It all probably affects each temple's structure and how strong the demons in it are. Oh, well. Joker died at the Caracol. It was everyone's rumours that gave Joker the power to grant dreams, and Shibalba took flight because of rumours too, right? Philemon said someone is making rumours come true, but did he mean Jun's father? I need to stop father for those children's sake as well. I won't end my life as a puppet. The reason the people of this city clung to Jun was because they wanted a cheap, easy way to achieve their dreams. Not everyone thinks it's a good thing, but once they know the options out there, it's too tempting to pass up. Man's karma really is deep-rooted. Okay, and that is the exact same thing as it said in the other two, so I'm not going to bother reading it. But hey, we are making good progress, and hey, I managed to go through the right door for once. The question is, how much further do I have to go in this dungeon? Probably not all that long comparatively. Like, with how long the other dungeons have been, I don't imagine this one will take all that much longer. And Ikichi still can't actually cast anything yet. But hey, that'll be fine. I just have Maya switch back to Artemis. Actually, no, wait, I have her switch back to Heimdall. And then just cast Magarula. I probably don't need to cast... I don't need to worry about it too much. Because I'm also using Durga with Jun, which is probably why I wouldn't be able to cast it anyway, because Hermes is normally wind-based. Now that I think about it, now that I actually think about it, I've played through this is the 3rd time I'm playing this game. Or at least I think it's the 3rd time I'm playing it. It might be the 4th, but I'm pretty sure it's the 3rd. And my main takeaway is, I don't think I've ever really used a persona that's, like, super wind-based until Jun joins the party. I don't know if I've, like, just subconsciously avoided it or what. I think that is kind of interesting.
Did I overdo it?
Okay, I also... Oh, Vader off to bead. That is quite nice. That is just a... That's just an immediate full heal. That is a pretty much a itemized Diara hand in terms of practicality. I say that, I'm still not going to heal, because I think I can probably get through without it. And once I eventually reach the Aquarius room, then I'm pretty much just sorted. Okay, so I can cast Malaquadine, then then Akichi can just do a regular attack. Heimdall, once again, goes for Magarula. Well, Maya used Heimdall to cast Magarula, and then I can go... Oh, I got Griever? That is very nice to have, because, hey, having almighty damage is always going to be welcome. And I still feel like Orpheus should be weak to water, but it just isn't. Maybe it's weak to ice. I should probably actually double check on that. But hey, you know what? It's not like it's going to be the last time I see it, so I don't really need to be in all that much of a hurry. I guess Anko went for the defend option there. And now we're just getting hits in. And Mamudo just completely whiffed. And then Magarula should finish it off. Fantastic. And I think Akichi and Lisa are pretty close leveling up, right? They are not pretty close leveling up. Yep, but hey, Tatsuya and Maya are, and we got another fluted legs, so let's equip that to someone. Who needs these? Starched socks. Yeah, yeah, Lisa has worse defensive options than Maya, so I think that's probably the play. Okay, so I am looking for some more stairs to get up the... I'm now looking for more stairs to be able to climb even higher. And I should be able to take these out without ever really having to worry about anything here. I think. Actually, no, because I'm going for... Yeah, because I'm kind of just all in. Because I'm going all in on one target, I'm probably not going to. But you know what? That's fine. Either way, we just punch Anko, shoot Anko, Magarula, Argidine probably kills. And now Jun probably doesn't one-shot with Zeodine, I don't think. Now that's just cruel and unusual, game. The fact that the one time I actually got the shock status effect is that. I feel like I just kind of robbed the game there, but hey, I'll take my win where I can get one. I also need to... Actually, hang on, how does that even work? You know what, I'll worry about that when I get there. I will have Lisa just attack, Akichi just attack, and then Maya can switch on over... No, wait. Better idea. I'll have Maya cast Healing Melody, just in case everyone survives, and then I'll have Tatsuya switch over to using Genbu, and he can cast Mamagnara, and that probably just kills outright. And if they somehow survive, Jun can secure the kill. Okay, Palimpa is a mild inconvenience. But hey, we still get our heal, very nice. I probably didn't need it, but hey, I had to do something if we can't just fill in space. And Sonic Bullet should finish them off, fantastic. Also, I think Jun might have the most potential health in the party. It's either him or Akichi. I think they're pretty close. Okay, so, we've found some more stairs. So let's keep climbing, because I'm now on the top floor. I know all of these dungeons are only 3 floors, so I don't need to worry about that too much. And Lisa still can't cast anything. However, we should be able to just get a nice cast of Water Talons and probably one-shot kill. I imagine we one-shot kill with Water Talons here. I hope I one-shot kill with Water Talons. 1, 2... Okay, Nelly, Hades goes up to rank 5, very nice. And then Lisa can just say she punched out Orpheus because... I mean, that's kind of just unusual and maybe a little bit mean, but it happened. Then I can go 2 Dexterity and 1 Strength for Tatsuya. So Tatsuya gets a little bit stronger. And that is another Relief Hall. Yeah, I can probably just annihilate what's I can just annihilate whatever is in here without too much hassle. that is a whole bunch of guys who are weak to physical attacks. Honestly, I think this might be the best time for me to fight them because, hey, guess what? I'm out of SP for, like, half my party. So I can cast... Nope. Actually, I need to switch back to Apollo real quick. So we switch back to Apollo, and now I can cast Gigantic Fist, and I have Maragidine now. That's huge. Like, Maragidine is absolutely insane. So let's... Actually, I'll have Lisa... No, I'll have Maya attack the Commandant guy, then Ikichi can attack the Commandant guy, then Lisa can attack the Commandant guy, and then I can cast Sonic Bullet, and hopefully kill him before he runs away. Because Gravity isn't going to do a whole lot of damage. I'm not going to question how Gravity didn't do much damage, but you know what? I think sometimes we don't need to ask. And now, Sonic Bullet should do a ton to everyone. Didn't quite kill any of them off, but that's okay. And we should be in a good enough spot where Lisa won't die. She is on very low health. I mean, so is Akichi, but hey, we should be okay. Okay, Gravity, once again, you know, a couple of people are quite low. But, I mean, realistically, I know I've said it multiple times. I know I've said this pretty much ad nauseum throughout this playthrough at this point, about how this game is very easy. I think the simple fact that I haven't healed Lisa or Akichi, and I'm still just kind of obliterating everything, says a lot. There you go again. Moping like that's been a bad habit of yours ever since you were a kid, John. Come on, see? You gotta cheer up. Okay, well, there we go. That's not true, John. When you were little, you said you wanted to be a teacher, didn't you? Well, what's a teacher's job but to lead their students to their ideals? You should make your lessons about the importance of dreams. If it's the you watch and learn from the great Akichi. Alright, both sides now. Okay, fair enough. I guess he really just wanted a giant let's go, but okay. Aquarius. It's associated with the element of wind, symbolizing upheaval and destruction, as well as evolution and philanthropy. But those are only words. In reality, I symbolize an arrogant fool. There's no way I can lead people to their ideals. Okay, I guess I must have missed the ones where he talks about what Scorpio and Taurus represent. I guess that's my bad, but okay. Because, hey, so far we're making pretty good progress through here. Okay, fantastic. We found more Melchizedeks, so I can talk to them again. Because I don't know how the legendary weapon at Clair de Lune works. So let's see if we can get a little bit more information out of Melchizedek for this. Because I would quite like to be able to get said legendary weapon if I can. Okay, so can I get a little bit more information here? Aware of Anko? Hyperzionge! Okay. Interesting. Honestly, maybe a little bit concerning, considering Anko is, you know, right there. Honestly, I feel like that is kind of scary. It's just like, hey, you see this thing, like, right next to me? Rumor has it, this thing has a move called Hyperzionge. Also, at the same time, it's like, buddy, Zeodyne exists. Okay, so, a whole bunch more corridors. I haven't even seen any items in here. I know I haven't exactly been exploring around the place, but I feel like I should have seen at least something, you know? Okay, so Akichi still has no SP. Lisa has enough for one cast. And Jun can cast Gravity and it won't make any difference because this thing is not surviving the turn. Blazing Burst honestly might just kill outright. Blazing Burst did indeed just kill outright. And still no mutations. I am terrible with my luck at getting mutations, but hey, I guess it happens. Yeah, that's just a random... I feel like I'm just getting a whole bunch of just random kind of dead-end blocks. Or blocks that kind of like circle around each other. It's a little bit strange. Okay, I will now... Actually, no, I'll cast Magarula, because that'll attack and destroy Barbatos. And then Freyla should probably be enough to finish off Ishma. And if it isn't, everyone else can just kind of get their hits in. And Jun, once again, can just go for Zeodyne. I don't think we're going to need it, but hey, we should win pretty effortlessly here. Okay, Barbatos actually survived the attack, and Freyla finishes off 2. Ikichi gets a hit in, Lisa finishes off the last one. And with that, Venus also hit rank 6, which is quite nice. They max out at 8, and a Freyla card. A Freyla card is quite nice, because now I can basically just teach anything I fuse Freyla. Okay, so... is this entire floor just a giant, pointless, not maze thing? I don't really know how to describe this floor so far. No, wait, I want Tatsuya to go and negotiate, and I want him to try to persuade Melchizedek. Because I would quite like to get a little bit more information if I can. Specifically about Claire de Lune, but I don't really know what I can do. Maybe I need to go to the detective agency for that. Okay, spread a rumor. Skills. Sure. Other demons. Anko. It uses Hyper Zionga. Okay, so here's the thing. I may have just created a bad situation for myself, but I don't think Anko is going to survive 5 moves, so I think I should still be okay. I like how after you negotiate it and go straight into a fight, the first couple of attacks are a little bit slower for seemingly no reason. And Akichi leveled up again, and I forgot to switch him away for it. So hey, he got another strength boost. Oh wow, an item, what's this? A dexterity card, okay. So I could fuse something and get a dexterity boost onto that persona. That could actually be quite handy to have. Okay, so I'm going to go for Magarula and Maragidine. And Ikichi can... oh, he got Zandine. Zandine's quite nice to have. It is a little bit weird seeing Zan and Garu in the same game, if I'm being totally honest. Because I remember the first SMT I played was SMT Nocturne. And Zan is force damage and Garu is wind. And I don't think Garu was in Nocturne. So I'm pretty sure that I didn't see Garu at all until Persona 5. And even then it was like, okay, but where's Zan? And as, you know, yeah, and then there's like force and wind as 2 separate elements. And that kind of messed with me for a little while. But hey, we're managing. And I can switch Maya over... actually, no, wait. Better idea. Better idea. If I cast Healing Melody and then I have Tatsuya switch over to Genbu, I can probably just wipe all these guys out without too much hassle. And I should, in theory, possibly even max out Heimdall, which would be even better for me. And once again, if they somehow survive, Jun finishes them off. Man, Healing Melody really just does nothing, huh? Like, I know it's not exactly the most powerful move in the world, but I was kind of expecting it to do anything. But it heals like 50 and I'm this late into the game. Like, that basically does nothing. And here we are at the Aquarius room. So, let's quickly get ourselves set up and ready for this boss fight. So, Jun will be on Hermes. Okay, Heimdall learned Ice Breath. Basically, once again, I'm just setting everyone back to their default personas. And because we don't have to fight Shadow Jun, because obviously we've already fought Joker, Jun's kind of already faced his shadow in a sense. So we're going to have a little bit of a different boss in here. But hey, let's get everyone patched up to full before I, you know, go and worry about that. I say that, I'm not too worried about it. But hey, it's my luck, anything could happen. So I also will probably need to stock up on Chewing Souls again at some point. But now is apparently not that time, because apparently I have way more than I thought I did. Okay, that should be more than enough. Anyway, off we go. Actually, one last check. Apollo, Hades, Venus, Artemis, Hermes. Fantastic, we are all set up and ready to go. Pathetic. The marionette that danced in ignorance has arrived. Flowers inevitably wilt. Can something so transient be compared to the stars? A flower it may be, but it's still a very precious blossom, time for you to give back the Wind Crystal Skull. So now we fight another 3 of these Longinus robots. So I believe this will be the... I think this will be up to the 9th ones we'll have fought.
Do you think your full memories have returned to you, Marionette? What do you mean by that? I remember it all now. I made everyone suffer. The things I did. Such rank foolishness! Wither and die alongside your precious flowers!
I don't know what kind of voice I was expecting for the Longinus robot there, but it was not that. Okay, so I'm going to go for Water Talons, and Diamond Dust, and also a Maragidyne, and hopefully I'll be able to kind of just scout out what some of them are weak to. Hopefully I don't see... Okay, so that one's going to be good against Earth. I can tell that already. Okay, so one of these should be weak to water. It's the one in the middle. The one in the middle is weak to water. And one of them should be weak to fire. Okay, none of them are weak to fire, which means one of them is likely weak to earth. However, I think casting Water Talons is definitely another, good move. You know what? I'll just run the same turn back. I'll just run the exact same turn back, because Water Talons did like 600 plus to someone. And I now need to stop that move dead in its tracks, because Jun can't cast anymore. Glamorous Dance, Charm to all enemies. Let's not do that. Okay, I'll go for Earth damage. Jun can just defend for now, because he can't really do anything else. Jun can't currently really do much else for me here, because he unfortunately has the Longinus status ailment. Basically, he has been hit with the Holy Lance, and just can't summon his persona. It's basically a slightly more annoying silence effect, and it should go away after a few turns, but right now we need to kind of just keep him a bit safe. Maragidyne still isn't going to do a whole lot for me, and that's just trying to get the rage status, and they're just missing. They're just missing! Okay, so... yeah, I can't actually cast that. Hydro Boost only targets one guy, though. So let's just keep going and attack everyone else. The Magnadyne should... actually, no. I'll focus on the one in the middle, because I know it's nearly dead. And I know that that's a bad idea, so I'll just attack regularly with Jun. And I think I should be able to... actually, you know what? No, better idea. Way better idea. Dexterity, Combine Dex... I think Hydro Boost is probably the play. Hydro Boost is likely the play to take out Longinus number 5 this turn. And then I can have Maya switch on over to Genbu, and then I assume one of these things should be weak to Earth. I'm gonna guess it's number 7, because I know that the one on the left, like the one closer to Lisa and Akichi, was the one using. Like that was one using whatchamacallit. Okay, that one is indeed weak to it. Okay, so I guess none of them are weak to fire. And these guys do not want Jun casting. So what if I go for Land Spark? That'll do good damage to basically everything. That'll do good damage to everything. Malaquas should finish off the one in the middle there, I think. Or at least kind of put it even lower. And hopefully we should be okay here. And can I see the animation here? No, I didn't turn it off in time. Either way, that's a 739 damage. Okay, hold on. I don't know how I killed that one first, but you know what? I'm not going to question it. I'm questioning it, but still, I'm not mad. I'm just kind of confused as to how that happened. Okay, Bane Splash. Okay, I can just cast that with my remaining party members who aren't currently hit with the status ailment. And everyone else can just do regular attacks. So, Bane Splash, let's get a good amount of damage out here. This should finish off at least one of them.
Let's go, everybody!
Okay. Okay, if you asked me if I thought that was a splash type of attack, I would have not guessed that. Because, realistically, that looked a lot more like a... that looked more like an earth move. The only thing that told me it was a water one was the kind of fact that it was all blue. However, I still can't do a whole lot here. Okay, hold on. This one should be weak to wind, I believe. So, if I switch over to... Who has a wind spell? If I switch it over to Hernia... if I switch to Hernia and... then I switch Maya over to... where is it? Back to Heimdall, who I've had her using for a good while. I should be able to cast Dragonflight, even though Jun can't currently do anything. Like, Jun can't currently cast, which isn't great, and Ikichi has run out of SP, so everyone else is going to be doing regular attacks, but Dragonflight may be enough to kill it off here. Obviously, I'd rather be using my other personas, but hey, that works, and we win. Very nice. Persona can change form. Fantastic. Great, and that is 32,000 experience. Everyone got a level up there. So, I can go Vitality, Strength, Luck. No, I'll put 1 into Strength, Vitality, and Dexterity for Tatsuya. Akichi gets more Strength, Lisa gets more Agility, Maya gets more Agility, Jun gets more Luck. Okay. You pitiful fool. You don't even know who was meant to be seated here. What? So, yeah, I think Jun's mother was supposed to be here. What's wrong, Jun? Are you okay? Yes. I'm alright. I just need to hurry and get the skull. Okay, so with that is skull number 3. I am the skull of the howling winds. If my slumber is disturbed, earth will become conceited and fire will lose its wrath. Now let's hurry to the next temple. So, I think I just made the fire one weaker. I think I've unintentionally made these, like, way easier for myself, but hey, I'm not going to complain about it. And before I go and do anything else, before I end off today's episode, let's go and investigate a couple of things. First things first, let's see about this legendary weapon. Is it mentioned? I guess I need to talk to more demons about it. Okay, I guess I'll probably do that in between episodes. I'll either do that in between episodes or like after I finish the Leo Temple. Anyway, before I finish off today's episode, I have a couple of other things to do. First things first, we need to go to Silverman Manor. And hopefully we win. Come on. If it's like the third last dungeon in the game or something. Do I win? You are not a winner. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it for the next temple, and if I don't win there, if I don't win at the next temple, then I'm just gonna leave it. So, actually, this is the first time I'm coming into the Velvet Room now that I have Jun. A room between the cracks of consciousness and unconsciousness. I locked away my unbearable guilt and ran from it all. Or so I thought. But I understand now. The conscious and unconscious selves are both you. What matters is the courage to face yourself. Okay. Hi, Igor, what's going on? It seems one of your personas is trying to be reborn into a new form. Perhaps I neglected to explain. You know about fusion spells. When you use them, sometimes your personas will undergo mutations. These may take the form of increase in basic stats or the learning of new skills, but some can be reborn as new personas. When this happens, my assistance is necessary. If you see such a change in your persona, please bring it to me. They do not necessarily need to be mutated, mind you. A persona will return to rank 1 after mutation, so whether or not to mutate it is in your hands. Oh, and if you already have the persona that your persona will mutate into, you will not be able to perform the mutation. Feels kind of weird calling it a mutation, however, this is the way that we will get Kronos, which is Jun's ultimate persona, who will get Heartfelt Prayer, which I absolutely want. But yeah, we'll be coming back to get Kronos at some point in the future, because I'm currently not high enough level to get it. So, yeah, we can look forward to that at some point in the future, probably after the next dungeon or two. Anyway, I'm going to save and end off today's episode here. So, today we managed to make our way through the Aquarius Temple, and honestly, I kind of just blazed through it without any real problems. And next time, we're going to be making our way to the final Astrological Temple, which I believe is the Leo Temple over here in Auber. So we'll be dealing with that next time. But yeah, I'm going to end off today's episode here, and this should have been a Friday episode, I believe. So, Persona will be back on Tuesday, we'll have something on Monday, but I still don't know what it is as of the time of me recording this. But yeah, I'm going to end off today's episode here. As always, feel free to leave a comment or click any buttons down below if you feel so inclined, and I will hopefully see you all on Monday for whatever I'm doing, or on Tuesday for more Persona. Okay, thanks for watching. Later.